Now, before we get started, I want to show you where my capacity is. I am currently at 100% battery capacity, and I've never used the smart charging or the custom charging limit for it. And I can tell you, I definitely sent this thing through over 100 charging cycles for sure. The first thing I want to tell you guys to disable is under system settings. Settings, systems, and then go under recommended services. Things like smart decision making, context aware network services, enhanced intelligence services, that doesn't need to be on. Now, I do leave the weather servicing on because I do like to get weather updates. So that's one thing I do leave on. But you can absolutely cut this off. And having all these things disabled will improve the battery life. So the next thing you can do to improve the battery life on the device, you're going to go down to security and privacy, and then you're going to hit more security and privacy. And under usage and diagnostics, you can click that and you can disable this here. This is basically something to send information to Google to help improve the experience overall. This will help. It says here, this will help battery life, system app stability, but you don't need to have that on. You can cut that off. That will save you some battery as well. And then another thing too, you can disable app content. That doesn't need to be on. That will save battery. That's just another option there. So the next thing is going to be under digital well-being and parental control. So obviously you select that. You hit the three little dots up here in the corner and you go over to manage your data. And so as you guys can see here, it's daily device usage. Why does this need to be on? No reason. So you can definitely cut that off and save some battery life. Okay, that's another one. And so the next part of saving some battery life here, another option would be to go under apps. So you can hit apps and then special access. And then you'll see down here, it says Wi-Fi control. So you can literally select that and have all the applications be denied as far as having Wi-Fi control. Because what that does is allow them to scan and connect to Wi-Fi networks without your permission. And I don't know about you guys, the only person or the only thing that's going to be connecting to Wi-Fi is me. I don't want no other app deciding that for me. And in the long term, that will use battery life because it's constantly scanning. So that is not necessary. All right, and this next one is going to be under apps again, and you're going to go under app management. And you can see you have all the applications that you have installed on your phone. Facebook or some games you're playing, you can go into battery usage and you can restrict background activity, and that would improve battery life as well. Now I do have mine on smart mode, that's just me, but you can disable this completely for applications like Facebook, and that would improve the battery life as well. So the next one is going to be how to disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. So this is going to be a continuation of what I showed you earlier. This will just disable the phone from scanning constantly for Bluetooth devices and Wi-Fi networks. So you're going to go down to settings. Obviously, you're going to go into settings, and then you're going to go into location, and then you will see literally right there, positioning control, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. You click that, you disable them. There's no reason for this to constantly be on. If you're looking for Wi-Fi, you will know you're looking for Wi-Fi. If you're trying to connect to a device, you will know you're trying to connect to a device. And just having these things constantly scanning will definitely consume battery. All right, so disable those, and that will definitely improve battery life. Now, another thing you can do too is switch over between 4G LTE and 5G. So in that case, you just go over to your mobile networks, and you'll have to go more into, I believe you got to go into the, you can't do it from there. You got to go into your actual eSIM, and then you'll hit preferred network type. So you can disable or just have the phone be preferred to go into 4G as opposed to 5G. Depending on the network band that you're using, you're going to save battery life, obviously. If you use 2G, you're not going to be consuming that much battery. So that's just something that you can do there. That's just another option to help you save some battery life as well. Now, the next thing is going to be involving the display. Now, the thing about this display is that it's a beautiful display. It has a max resolution of 1440p. I can literally show you. 3168 by 1440p is a sharper image, and then you have your standard, which is just 1080p. And then you have your auto select. Now, auto select is just going to adjust between both of those, so it's going to decide which is better for the current thing that you're doing on the screen. So, but if you just go into standard, you definitely have longer battery life. I mean, it literally says it there. It literally says it. All right. And then also with the screen refresh rate, you can have it on standard, which will definitely conserve battery life, Or you can have it on high, which will just force 120 hertz the entire time. But me, I just prefer to use auto select. So that's my preference. Another thing too with the display, we're gonna go back. You're gonna go into home screen, lock screen, and style. Under your always on display here, you'll click that. You go to display settings, and you wanna make sure as far as your display mode, you have it in power saving. Because having it in power saving will allow the phone to decide whether it's gonna cut the screen completely off. You know, it will just allow it to do, it will just allow it to perform more efficiently, you know, because some people will have it on all day and that would definitely use up a lot of battery. All right. So if you just have it in power saving mode or literally put it on the schedule for like an hour or two at night, you know, you could do it like that. So that's another option too to save battery. And then another thing too is the RAM expansion, which I think is something that is just overly hyped when it comes to phones in general, but definitely phones like the OnePlus 13. Now the version that I have of this phone is 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of internal storage. I don't need a RAM expansion on this phone, and it does not improve the performance in my opinion. In fact, I think the RAM performs even worse. So personally, I'm not a fan. But to disable that completely, you will have to go into settings, obviously, then you go into about device. You'll look down here for RAM, you'll click that, and you'll see RAM expansion there. So I already have mine off. But it does allow you to use some of your internal storage temporarily as RAM, but honestly, the constant usage of your memory being used for no reason is just going to, run it to the ground prematurely. There's just no point in using it. Your phone, trust me, your phone does not improve at all, especially with a device like the OnePlus 13 with all this RAM. It doesn't make any sense. Now, some other things you can do to keep the phone as far as battery life, using it longer throughout the day. You can keep it out of vibrate mode. You know, I currently have mine in, what is this, silent. So you can put it in ringer mode. That would save battery. Keeping the brightness pretty low as well. No need to have the phone at 100% brightness all day, every day. You know, no need to do that. So we'll cut that back down. You know, keep it about 25% or even less than that. And then you can also run the phone in dark mode. Okay, that's pretty obvious, right? Put it in dark mode. You know, not as many pixels are being lit up, so dark mode would help. You can keep location off, and then as far as where is it at? NFC, you can keep NFC off. That would improve the battery life as well. Little things like that would improve the battery life overall for the phone. Beyond that, the only thing that would save you more battery life than that is to actually stop using your phone so much. I don't think that's controversial at all. I think that's realistic. The best battery life is the device or the phone that isn't used that much. But if we're being realistic, you know, I know what kind of time we live in now. If we're being realistic, that's just not the case.